Week 13 of the fantasy baseball season, and here's a few pitchers I look to sell and trade this week. The first guy, Jack Flaherty of the Detroit Tigers. So Flaherty, what a season it's been for him in his first year with the Tigers, and he looks healthy and back to ace form like he was many seasons ago with the Cardinals. On the year, 83 and a third, 5-4 record, 108 strikeouts, a 2.92 ERA, 0.97 WHIP, and 9 quality starts. But over the last month of the season, he's been unhittable pretty much. Is Flaherty, 22 and a third, 4-0 record, 27 Ks, 0.40 ERA, and 0.67 WHIP, and a quality start. So he's going out there making big pitches. He's got a big time strikeout rate, and he's been a perfect fit right now. Is Flaherty for this Detroit Tiger team. I know they limited him a little, giving him extra days rest here and there, but he's going out there and putting up some big games. June 4th, the Texas 5 innings got the win. 2 hits, no runs, 4 Ks. June 15th, the Houston 5 innings got the win. 3 hits, a run, a walk, 6 Ks. And June 21st versus the White Sox, 5 2/3, 5 hits, a run, 2 walks, 8 Ks. He's not giving up runs. I know he's going about 5 or 6 innings, is Flaherty, and he's pitching good, no doubt about it, but I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop where he's going to start getting hit or get injured, and that's why this Detroit Tiger team is trying to give him that extra day's rest here and there, because they know the injury history, especially the last 2 or 3 seasons with Jack Flaherty. So right now, well, he's been one of the best pitchers in fantasy baseball over the last month. I think he's a sell-high candidate. I don't see him keeping it up with an ERA under 3. I know the AL Central, one of the weakest divisions in all Major League Baseball, especially with the worst team in the league in it, with the Chicago White Sox. But like I said, Flaherty, we've been down this road a lot where he's pitched good for a little bit and then get injured. And obviously, he hasn't been an ace in many seasons, like I said, with the Cardinals. So right now, well, he's pitching at peak value, and someone who I believe it's going to go the other way after the All-Star break. He's a sell-high pitcher this week. The next pitcher, Tobias Myers of the Milwaukee Brewers. So Myers, he was a hot pickup off the waiver wire over the last few weeks, and I even recommended him in the other video for pitchers to add in Week 13. And Myers on the season, 52 innings, 5-2 record, 45 Ks, a 3.12 ERA, a 1.12 WHIP, and 3 quality starts. But over the last few weeks here, lights out it's been for Myers as well. 17 and a third, 3-0 record, 13 Ks, a 1.04 ERA, an 0.87 WHIP, and 2 quality starts. So coming into the season, Myers, he wasn't even going to be in the rotation for this Brewer team, but with all the injuries, they had no choice. And Myers, he made a couple spot starts, and now he's got a spot in the rotation. So the last few outings for him, June 7th at the Tigers, 8 innings, got the win. A hit, no runs, 3 walks, 5 Ks, a quality start. June 12th versus the Jays, 6 innings, got the win. 3 hits, a run, a walk, 4 Ks, a quality start. June 18th at the Angels, 6 1/3, got the win. 4 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 6 Ks, a quality start. And June 23rd at the Padres, 5 innings, got the win, 5 hits, a run, 3 Ks. I know his strikeout rate isn't that good, Myers. He's a guy that gets a lot of ground balls and flyouts, and he's pitching good for this Brewer team. Obviously, his first place in the NL Central, but going off track record, even in the minor leagues, Myers, he wasn't really a high-rated prospect and someone who's bounced around a little bit over the last few seasons. So right now, I've said this a lot in my sell-high videos, if you could pick someone up and then flip him in a deal with someone who you know is more consistent and has a track record in their major league career, this will be the time to do it. So Myers, definitely a sell-high pitcher this week. The next pitcher, Bailey Ober of the Minnesota Twins. So coming off a complete game was Bailey Ober. When someone goes out there and pitches a great game like that, you sell him off. And Ober, I said a few weeks ago to buy him low, and now you could sell him high for peak value after he was struggling for the majority of the season. But the last 2 outings, he's definitely turned the season around. On the year, 82 innings, 7-4 record, 83 strikeouts, a 4.5 ERA, a 1.11 WHIP, and 6 quality starts. But over the last 2 weeks, 15 and a third, 2-0 record, 18 Ks, a 1.78 ERA, 0.78 WHIP, and 2 quality starts. So like I said, Ober, he was a buy low candidate. And if you bought him low and now you could sell him at peak value after coming off a complete game, even though I know it was at the Oakland Athletics, one of the worst teams in all the major leagues, this is a perfect time to do it. June 9th at the Pirates, 4 2/3, no decision. 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks. June 16th versus Oakland, 6 1/3, got the win. 6 hits, a run, 2 walks, 8 Ks, a quality start. And June 22nd, like I mentioned at the A's complete game, got the win, 4 hits, 2 runs, 10 Ks, a quality start. So he took advantage of the A's over the last 2 outings here was Bailey Ober, and we'll see what he could do versus another team, as his next outing will be not versus the Oakland Athletics. So right now, Ober, 2 games in a row, pitched great, no doubt about it, but it was Oakland, like I mentioned, and we'll see what he could do. But right now, well, he's at peak value, I believe, is over, and coming off of 2 layup matchups for the most part. He's a sell-high pitcher this week. The next pitcher, Ronaldo Lopez of the Atlanta Braves. So Lopez, he's gone out there this season, and he's pitched well for this Brave team, where he's been a reliever over the last 3 or 4 years, but now back in the starting rotation, and he won the job in spring training on the year. 74 and a third, 5-2 record, 76 Ks, a 1.57 ERA, a 1.08 WHIP, and 8 quality starts. And over the last month of the season, more of the same, 27 and 2/3, 3-1 record, 32 Ks, a 1.63 ERA, 1.08 WHIP, and 3 quality starts. And over the last 2 weeks, he hasn't given up an earned run. So Ronaldo Lopez, he's going out there, and he's putting up some big games, and great offense backing him over here for this Atlanta Brave team. But he's in a tough division for the most part. Washington's playing pretty decent this year. This New York Mets team's starting to hit. And obviously the Philadelphia Phillies, the powerhouse, them and the Dodgers right now of the National League this season. So Lopez, like I said, he might be hitting that wall sooner than later. He's already this year surpassed the amount of innings he pitched last season as Lopez. And like I said, I know they stretched him out. I know he was a former starter many seasons ago with the White Sox, but I just don't believe he's going to keep it up at this rate, especially with an ERA at a 1.57. So right now, well, he's at peak value, and I believe you could get a pitcher and possibly in a deal for him. It would be the time to sell him high this week. June 6th of Washington, 6 innings, no decision, 6 hits, 2 runs, a walk, 7 Ks, a quality start. June 13th of Baltimore, 6 innings, got the win, 2 hits, no runs, a walk, 8 Ks, a quality start. And June 19th versus the Tigers, 5 innings, got the win, 7 hits, no runs, a walk, 6 Ks. So Lopez, like I said, one of the major surprises, no doubt about it, in Major League Baseball and fantasy baseball this season for this Atlanta Brave team. And this Brave team, especially with the injury to Spencer Strider, who got hurt in the early weeks of the season, they needed a guy like Lopez to step up and put up huge numbers. And he definitely has, but I just don't buy that he's not going to hit the wall, and his numbers are going to finish the year about a 3.5, 4 ERA. So his next outing's actually here tonight at the St. Louis Cardinals, a team that's starting to hit the baseball. They're starting to get things going, and they've been moving up the standings quickly over the last few weeks. So right now, well, Lopez is at peak value. He's a sell-high pitcher this week, and the 5th and final pitcher I look to sell and trade, Sonny Gray of the St. Louis Cardinals, who we just mentioned. So Sonny Gray, been a solid first season for him with the St. Louis Cardinal team. 83 and a third, 9-4 record, 103 Ks, 2.81 ERA, 0.95 WHIP, and 7 quality starts. And over the last couple weeks, 2-0 record, 21 and 2/3, 21 Ks, a 1.66 ERA, 0.60 WHIP, and 3 quality starts. So Sonny Gray's going out there. He's pitching great baseball, but I just don't think it's going to hold up once again here for Sonny Gray as the season goes on. I know last season he pitched to a 2.80 ERA with the Minnesota Twins, but obviously with his new team, he's turned things around over the last 3 outings. But he's had some pretty easy matchups. June 12th versus the Pirates, their offense, I don't think is all that great. 7 innings, got the win, 4 hits, a run, a walk, 9 Ks, a quality start. June 17th at the Marlins, the worst team in the National League. Them and the Rockies, it's close, 7 2/3, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks, a quality start. And June 23rd versus the Giants, a team that's not hitting much this year. 7 innings, got the win, a hit, a run, 8 Ks, a quality start. So right now, Sonny Gray pitching great baseball. The last 3 outings, like I mentioned, he's turned things around. But early in the season, for the most part, he was getting a hit around pretty decent. So right now, well, he's at peak value for he was this season. Even I'm not saying dump Sonny Gray off or anything. I'm just saying I don't think his ERA is going to end up where it was last season with his new St. Louis Cardinal team. So right now, well, he's pitching great after he had shaky few weeks on and off throughout the season, where now he's turned it around. He's a sell-high pitcher this week. That's a few pitchers I look to sell and trade for Week 13 of the fantasy baseball season.